Staying with us on TVC Breakfast Saturday. Well, 4 members of the House of Representatives have defected from the Labour Party to the All Progressives Congress. The lawmakers were announced on the floor of the Green Chamber by the Speaker of the House, Tajudeen Abbas, said their reasons for defection was primarily intra-party crisis. These defectors are Chinedu Okere, who is representing Owerri Municipal, Owerri North, Owerri West Federal Constituency. Then Matthew Donatus, he represents Kaura Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Akiba Bassey has also defected, represented Calabar Municipal, Odukpani Federal Constituency of Cross River. And then Esosa Iyawe, representing Oredo Federal Constituency in Edo State, is also the 4th LP member to defect to the APC. There is a 5th member of the House of Representatives, and that is Erhriatake Ibori-Suenu. She represents Ethiope Federal Constituency of Delta State. She defected from the People's Democratic Party and has moved to the APC. Let's get to know more about the implications and get some reactions to this latest spate of defections. Joining us now is the chieftain of the Labour Party, George Mogalu. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me.
What's your reaction to this move by the lawmakers, especially those the four from the Labour Party?
All right. Like I've always said, issues like defecting from a political platform to another one is the personal decision of whoever is directly involved, just like these 4 persons you mentioned. But at the same time, it goes to reaffirm what I have said repeatedly in the past, that our political parties are not divided on ideological lines. Because if they were divided on ideological lines, decisions like this would be very difficult to take. But then, because we are not divided on ideological lines, people see political parties as vehicles for the actualization of their political ambition. And when they realize these ambitions, it becomes a matter of now personal interest. Because I don't know, let me not say I'm sure, and then I don't know if they consulted their constituents who voted for them, who sent them to the positions they are occupying before they took the decision of the campaign from the party that elected them to the other party. So it's a personal decision, but it goes to reaffirm, like I did say, that our political parties are not divided on ideological lines, and politicians see parties as vehicles for the actualization of political ambitions.
Well, indeed, looking at it from the angle of political ambition, and that was why you also defected from the All Progressives Congress to the Labour Party. But it seems that the Labour Party that you are in at the moment, the crisis in that party seems unabated. Are you not worried or concerned about this development in your party?
You know, like I did say previously, let me repeat it again. My decision to move from my former party to Labour Party was as a consequence of putting together all the consultations we have made, the positions of my political structure, my political associates, my friends, who felt that Labour Party provides me a better platform for me to actualize my ambition. No doubt about that, because I have said it repeatedly that whenever you talk about political contestations, 2 issues are very critical. 1 is the person, 2 is the platform. And for the person, you can easily resolve because it's about you. It's about you taking the decision. It's about your immediate family. It's about your person. But when it has to do with platform, it involves consulting with various political interests, various groups, your political associates, and your constituency before you can take such a decision. Like you asked, the Labour Party, yes, has issues now, like every other political party. Political parties are human organizations where in the course of operations, interests clash, ambitions clash. There are various positions that come up because it's a human organization. So issues will arise, but it's a matter of how do you resolve these issues. It has to involve a lot of consultation. It has to involve a lot of discussion. It has to involve a lot of coming out open with the facts on the table. So what is happening in Labour, like every other political party, is not new, it's not germane, but it is something that can be certainly resolved at the appropriate time. For me, it's not an issue.
Oh, Okay, and okay, so you may not be seized of the facts behind, or maybe to break down the facts behind the actions of these four former LP members, but in your own case, tell us how you were able to leverage on the factors that you said necessitated your leaving the APC at the time, especially with the issue of consultations with your supporters and all of that. Help us, to better understand your position, because for the regular people, it's not the first time, yes, that we'll be having issues of defection, but it does raise the question of, principles and, how Nigerians, how we run our politics here as against other climes.
All right, like I've always said repeatedly, let me re-emphasize this fact, that whenever you talk about political contestation, two factors are very critical: the person and the platform. And for me, there is no doubt as to the fact that I have an ambition which I've nursed over a period of time and which I intend to actualize. And for you to do that, since there is no provision in the Constitution or laws for independent candidacy, it has to be on a party platform. And for me to do that, I can't do it alone, because I can't vote for myself and become governor of my state like I aspire to be. I needed to talk with my people. I needed to talk with my constituency. I needed to talk with my political associates, my friends, members of my campaign organization that has been there over the time for me, that has followed me through. I needed to talk with them, and we asked ourselves honest and sincere questions. You see, the worst thing that you can do to yourself is to tell yourself a lie. But when you need to do something, take a decision that involves too many people, there is the urgent need that you must consult. So what we have done was to consult around, look around, talk with people, talk with our constituents, talk with the people in the society, did independent assessment of the situation on ground before we came to the conclusion of using Labour Party as a platform for the actualization of the ambition, which is the primary issue here. So that takes care of it. Yes, when you talk about principles, for example, this is the first time I have decamped from a political party. I've never done it before. I don't have the experience. That is why it is new to me. Since my political career, this is the first time I have shifted from where I was to where I am now.
Yes, but you are also quoted as, saying years before your defection that newcomers should not make the mistake of, or that the party, your party at the time, the APC, shouldn't make the mistake of handing out governorship ticket for the forthcoming election at the time in Anambra State to defectors. How does that, differentiate from your position now, while you're not seeing this ambition, if true?
No, what is wrong? It wouldn't have been from me. I have never said that. Okay. And I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
All right, let me quickly bring you, let's narrow it down to Anambra State, where the local government election was held in September. Your party, the Labour Party, did not field any candidate or sponsor any candidate for that particular election. Are you not concerned about these developments in a build-up to the November 2025 governorship election in that state?
Why would I be bothered when you know ab initio that the electoral process is designed or skewed towards achieving a desired objective? When you know it, and then you also know it yourself, because if you take a cursory analysis of all the elections that have taken place, local government elections across the state, tell me which state that the governor's party did not win 100% or 99% in the best case. I want to be told one. In our case in Anambra State, why did we object on participating in the election? Though I hadn't joined the party by then, because I joined on October 1. The truth is that it was expected that the election will not be free, fair, it will not be credible. And it turned out to be so at the end of the day. So it justified the position of those who said, don't participate, don't waste your time, don't waste your resources, don't waste your energy, because this is the result that you will get. And the projections, the result they said that will manifest at the end of the day, eventually became the result.
Do you see your party as a formidable force in the build-up to the Anambra election with what we are seeing at the moment?
Yes, very, very formidable. Very, very formidable. It's about the people. My party is very, very formidable.
On a state level, or even in the national, if you say on the national platform?
both at the national and the state. But the point is, I'm limiting myself now to the state because that's the question your colleague asked. Okay, when you talk about a party in a state that has 2 senators out of 3, that has members of the House of Representatives, that has members of the House of Assembly, that has structure in every ward of the state, why would you say the party is not formidable?
Okay, so on a final note, the arguments of these 4 defectors now is that there are fractions, there's crisis in the Labour Party. How does that, or how is the party moving on with that? We know the party has now gone on to say it wants to declare the seats of these individuals vacant and all of that. But what happens now?
That is actually the position of the party. I am not in the leadership of the party as to speak for the party, but it's the position the party has taken now, as we read in the newspapers and the statement issued, goes to show the position the party should take. And the party has responded by saying they're going to declare the seats vacant, they're going to go to court to get the court to declare the seats vacant and what have you. And that is what is expected by the party to do. Because you, the party member who decamped, you have your position you are standing on. The party also has its own position. The matter is now, it's going to be tested in court, like I expect to be tested in court. And if the court eventually agrees that the defection was genuine and factual, then why not? They will accept it. If not, the court will issue a statement that the parties will have to obey.
Well, you've been quoted to serve just only 1 term if elected, arguing that 4 years is sufficient for any committed governor to make a significant impact in any state. How convinced are we to hold you responsible to such statements?
You have to look at my political trajectory. You have to look at my life all through. I don't say what I don't mean. I don't say what I will not do. Take my political history from when I started up to date. I can't be faulted with saying something and doing something different. The point is very clear that there is a zoning formula in Anambra State as it is today. And I intend to limit myself to that. I have no intention of breaking it. I have no, because I believe that it was designed to accommodate every interest. It was designed to address the issue of justice, fairness, equity, and involvement of all segments of the society. I agree with the zoning formula, and I stand by it. And I stand by my comment that 4 years is good enough for anybody who knows what he wants to do from day one to be able to achieve it. You are not looking for somebody who is coming to learn on the job, that will use the first 2.5 years to learn on the job. You are looking at somebody who knows what he wants to do, who is prepared to do what he has planned to do, and the promises he has made, who will insist on keeping them to justify the confidence of the people. I have said it, and let me repeat it again, that the biggest problem we have in our politics today, and in my state, is that the people have lost confidence in government. Because government has failed them, government has betrayed them, government has not lived up to expectations. Promises made are not kept.
All right. George Moghalu, chieftain of the Labour Party, we thank you very much for your contributions on the program, TVC Breakfast Saturday.
My pleasure as always. Thank you so very much for